What's up? What's up? What's up?
Blah.
You have just tuned in to the iDads podcast. I am your co-host Matt, along with my beautiful brother over here, Eric Alvarez.
What's going on, man? How you doing?
I'm doing well, and I'm not doing as good as you are in that fly shirt right there. You're ready for your barbecue game to get going.
Ready for the barbecue? Ready for the beach? I mean, the weather's here. Summer's here.
Summer's here. Summer's here. Gas prices are through the roof, so don't plan on going nowhere.
Nope.
You'll be stuck at home. But that is a dope shirt. What it's palm trees, what
Just palm,
stars,
just palm trees with a little bit of water underneath.
some of that agua, some of that H2O.
Some H2O.
That's nice. My wife said, you need to step your shirt game up.
No, but you always got the hat game. I mean, you look at that hat. What is it, earthquakes?
Yes, sir, it is earthquakes. They're playing right now.
Nice.
And they're losing, but they are playing right now. They got a 3-1 record so far this year. So shout out to the San Jose Earthquakes.
All right.
I know I tried to get you to go to the game tonight, actually, right?
Yes, you did.
You didn't want to go.
We were on the podcast.
Oh, you wanted to podcast rather than go to the Earthquakes game?
Yes.
That's okay. I mean, we only missed 2 weeks of podcasting because our lives have gotten so crazy.
Right.
As my wife would say, the world is opening up again.
In that voice. Is that the way she says it?
She does not say it like that. She actually begged me not to say that phrase. Which means at least we have one listener.
Yep.
That's it. My wife. I know your wife listens too, I'm sure.
My wife does. I mean, I got a lot of family, a lot of good feedback. I mean, to tell you the truth, my mom actually gets her news from the iDads podcast. I mean, she knows how her son's doing just by what's going on that week. I said, I don't have time, Mom. I'm working. I need you to just listen to the podcast. You'll know how my week went. That's pretty much how we describe it on the podcast. So just go ahead and listen.
Hey, that's what's cool about this is we're just sitting here. We're just kind of kicking back, chopping it up. Nothing fancy, no plan, no script, no flashing lights, no, over the top pyrotechnics, which would be awesome, would add to the show, I think. But I mean, we're just we're just chopping it up, having a good time. And if we can help one person, like if there's one person out there struggling as a dad, they're one person struggling out there as a human being, and they can take just one bit of joy, or they can take one bit of crazy piece of advice, and it makes their life better, then dude, we've succeeded in life. We're winning.
I agree. Yeah, no, definitely.
The world needs more positivity for sure.
100%. I mean, just today, dude, honestly, you're talking about positivity. I was like, I started listening to the news. The gas prices are going up. The food is going to get scarce in the stores, and people are panicking, and there's a shortage of fuel, and it's like everything's going inflation, and you start hitting the panic mode. So just went.
Don't
So what I
hit the
did. So
panic
what you know
mode.
what I did? You know what I did? Just went online, got my hunting license.
Good old Elmer Fudd over
Elmer
there.
Fudd. Oh, wow.
I be out hunting rabbit season.
Hey, when there's no food on the shelves in the stores, don't worry, come over to the house. I got a nice little barbecue for you.
Well, I definitely would know where I would be going if I needed some sustenance and food was at a scarcity. I'll hit you up, take you hunting. I did. I'm. I bet. I'm blown away, man. That all of a sudden you have turned into Ted Nugent. Out of the two of us, I wouldn't have seen that coming. And it's awesome, bro. Hey, welcome.
Yeah, I don't know, just trying out something new. A lot of people might be against it, but I want to try it out before I can have a strong opinion over it. So
I love that. I
yeah.
love it because you're going outside of maybe your comfort zone. You're doing something that you're not used to or you've never done before,
Yes.
and you're just kind of following the things that make you happy or that your dreams, right? I love
Yes.
that. I talked to a friend of mine from high school that we just reconnected with, and that was the whole conversation. Like she's just been following her dreams lately. Like 2020 is behind us. 2020 is over. Like yes, COVID is still in our lives. It's still a real thing, but you know, my kids have gone back to school full time. You know, they're out of the house and away from my wife. And the schedules are ramping up, the after school activities are ramping up,
Yeah.
sports is ramping up, barbecues are ramping up, birthday parties
Yes.
are I'm starting to get my phone's dinging, getting all these invites for all this stuff, and I'm like, yeah, baby, let's go, because we lost a year of our life,
Yes.
and you cannot get that back, and we do not know how many breaths or days or minutes we have, and I'm all about right now just trying to make the most of every single opportunity. Um, and not overwhelm myself, but make the most of every opportunity and just enjoy life. Hey, as soon as COVID was over and we were allowed to, I took my kid to the Giants game. Like I want to go back to living life, and I'll do it smart. I'll try to I'll do it to protect others and myself, but we lost a year plus, and that's too much. To me, it's unacceptable, man. I'm about to be 100 years old next month. No, I'm about to be another year older, man. And time is precious, and time with our loved ones and our friends is precious, and that's why I'm looking to go big in 2021, and in following relationships with people, with those that I
Yes.
love and care about and that I've lost touch with, and trying to reconnect with them. And then I'm all about um, just going out there and living life. Uh,
Yeah.
I'm over it. I'm over it.
Right. Yeah. No, I mean, you gotta, get that bucket list ready.
Follow
You
your
gotta
dreams,
reconnect,
bro.
follow the dreams, get it done. I mean, it's, like life's short, and you need to make sure that, you plan ahead and get those stuff that you really want to do in life, you know. And
And
actually,
that's what we're
I'm
doing
doing a
here
lot of the
too.
stuff for my kids. That's kind of what I try to keep myself busy. I day to day grind. You come home, you're tired, you got a lot of things to do, but I try to keep myself busy, keep my kids busy. I know you've been in sports, pretty much all week. I'm calling you in late evening, and you're like, "Oh, I'm here the coaching the baseball game," So I mean, everything's opened up, and that, to me, I mean, I see you as a good role model. To me, you push yourself too as well, not only to go out there and push your kids, but also um, challenge yourself, to push yourself to kind of get out of that comfort zone, get out and do stuff with your kids. So and I admire that of you.
I appreciate you saying that. I don't I don't consider myself a role model, but what I do consider myself is a person that every day is trying to be a better version of myself than I was the day before,
Yeah.
and I'm trying to help others be better in any way that I possibly can help them, whether it's just listening or talking or telling a joke or being a
Yeah.
goofball when somebody needs it, or whatever it is, just being what that person may need at that point in time. No judgment, just nothing but compassion and love. Uh, but I'm not, uh, I'm a far stretch from a role model, brother. But I appreciate that. Um, I do try, and
Yeah.
I think that's 90% of the battle is just trying, getting up and doing your best.
Yeah. And yeah, and your kids will see it. I mean, they start kind of walking and doing the same thing you've been doing. If you get up and you start doing positive things in the world, the kids will follow. And
Unfortunately, they only point out the negative things that daddy does.
that, that's that's always that's. That's gonna be a given.
Like I don't even want to share the things that daddy does that they rat me out for. Like
Or
uh
my 3-year-old, or the stuff she hears and she repeats it, and like, gotta watch what I say around her.
yeah, I don't worry about the bad words. The kids get that from mommy for sure. Mommy and grandma maybe, but not too
Right.
much me. Yeah, man. I just listen.
So how was your mom? With Mother's Day, how was the role model kid? I bet your mom was happy to see you. What did you do over the weekend for Mother's Day?
Um, Mother's Day was great. I love Mother's Day. I think Mother's Day is important. Not because like we should just cram all of our appreciation, love, and affection into one person on one day, but I love it because it's a day that we can set aside to honor our mothers more.
Yeah,
To thank them for the things they've done, did, will do. And to
yeah,
show appreciation, but more importantly, just honor them. I love, as much as I hate social media, I loved looking at social media on Mother's Day because everybody's got a heartwarming post about their mother, or if it wasn't their mother, their grandmother that raised them, or their aunt. You know what I mean? It was just,
yeah,
and I think that's beautiful. I think that, uh, you know, celebrating those relationships, or celebrating um, the struggle.
yeah,
Like I said, my kids only point out the negative things daddy does, right? Like, and sometimes it's the things that the moms do or the dads do that goes unnoticed. you know the late nights, doing finishing their projects before school,
yeah.
or making them special t-shirts so that they can go to school the next day. It's that stuff that the kids don't say thank you for. They don't really appreciate you for, but it's doing those things. So I love the day, Mother's Day in general.
Yeah.
um I think it's great, and ours was great. Saturday I went and hung out with my mother-in-law. My father-in-law barbecued some banging ribs.
Ooh.
The only thing I would say about the ribs is like, hey, maybe just a tad of the barbecue sauce. I don't need the whole bottle of barbecue sauce on my one rib. But no, they were banging ribs. I'm just messing around. They were really really good, and hung out with family over there. First time we've seen some of the family in a long time, so it was really really nice to see the siblings and stuff, and the little kids, nieces and nephews. So it was cool. And then Sunday was all about my wife and my mom, and we did what we usually do on Mother's Day. We went to church, and then we came home and we ate. Man, like, we're fat people. We eat, we celebrate, and we eat. But I did not do what everybody else does for Mother's Day for my wife. Everybody else went out and bought flowers. I guarantee it.
Yeah.
Right? I guarantee it. And if you've been a bad husband all year, you probably spent a lot of money on those flowers. Like, I'm talking, you could spend 40, 50, 60, 70, $100 on a bouquet of flowers.
Yes.
Um, and if you get those edible flower arrangements, not edible flowers, but edible arrangements, man, that pineapple is pricey. But most people spend a lot on the flowers, dude. I was smart. My wife being a connoisseur of all things indoor plants, I bought her plants, like just a bunch of plants. I bought one of those plants that I always hear about in like movies and the TV. I bought her a ficus. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it does exactly. I'm not sure how you keep and maintain this thing. I mean, there's a lot of rules, I think, to this ficus guy, but I got her one because it's cool, man, and it was super expensive. So, not super expensive, but it was expensive more than I would spend on anything for myself.
You should have
So
got the
that's like
bonsai
so that's
plant.
like more than $40.
Should have got the bonsai plant.
Bonsai. I don't even know what she has, but I knew for a fact she did not have this elusive ficus. I knew that.
So
Um,
how does it look like? Describe it.
well, it looks like a plant. It's green. It has these things called leaves. Um, it needs sun and just a tad bit of water every once in a while. And
I mean, so
there
there's
she is.
nothing.
Here, actually, here, my wife brought it over. Here's the ficus.
Okay, let's see. Oh, I see. Just a regular bush.
It's yeah, it's a plant, bro. It's a plant. That's
It's a
all it is.
plant. That's all
But you
it
know
is.
what? Listen, for a like a self-renowned plant lady like my wife,
Yeah,
bro, I hit it out of the park with that ficus.
yeah.
That ficus is paying dividends. That's all I'm saying. So all you guys that spend a lot of money on flowers, you may have messed up. If your wife is an indoor plant lady, go out and cop you a ficus next year, son.
Ficus. Oh man, that's ficus.
I don't know. Isn't it's just kind of a cool name to say? It rolls right off your tongue.
Ficus.
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 Holy ficus.
Holy ficus. No, that's good. I mean, for my wife, I asked her kind of what is, kind of how she wanted to spend, Mother's Day, and she said so. We just kind of got together with my mother-in-law, and we had a good dinner. With my mom, with the Mexican side, I mean, we have the uncles that came over, and there's always got to be a mariachi band playing.
Yeah.
So and they get together and they start drinking, so and just having a good time. But it was good to see my mom after a few months. It's been with all this COVID restrictions, we really kind of just over the phone kind of distanced ourselves for some time. But finally got to see her. She actually came over to my house, which you know I like when she comes over. She kind of fights it. She likes to be in her comfort zone and does not want to get out of her home. But when she comes out and visits, we always have a good time. Always really good food and everything.
Yeah, as our parents get
Get
older,
older, right?
they definitely um want to stay in more, stay home more, stay
Yeah.
around, at least around the area. Like, you
Yes.
know, it's like my daughter when we say, "Hey, we're going somewhere." I say we're going somewhere, and she goes, "Well, how far is it?" I'm like, "It's 30 minutes," and then she just melts because that's an eternity to her. I think that's what old people do too. Where do you want me to go? How far away is it? Forget it.
Or they're asking, "Are we there yet? Are we there yet?"
Yeah,
Jeez.
yeah. No,
But
I saw my grandma Tuesday. She came to the baseball game for my son. I got to see her. It's really really nice to see people. It kind of sucks though. Is like I'm the type of person like if you're my people, if you're someone in my life, like I want physical touch. Like we're gonna dap it up, we're gonna hug it up. Nothing like creepy. I'm not like saying I want to like.
you gonna be sniffing them?
Yeah, I'm not. It's not. Yeah, I'm not a dog. Like I'm just. I just. I. That's just who I am, man. Like that's the way I'm wired. I don't know.
Sorry, yeah, that was a
So
Biden joke.
a bite. A bunch of jokes. So so for me with like seeing people again, it's really difficult because I just want to hug them. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? I want to
yeah,
tackle people and like, punch them in the arm. And it's like, no, keep your 6 feet. And it's like, okay, well, I'll just take it. At least I could see people again. Like I could see you.
right.
You're so quiet over there.
No, no, I just got a little distraction that came into the
Oh,
room.
that just
A little daughter,
nice. Nice.
like
That
dad on the side. So it was just,
iDads podcast, man. It's
right.
like this is life. And it literally has been 2 or 3 weeks since we recorded our last episode, which we can't
Yeah.
let happen again. I mean, the fans are waiting.
Yes,
They're
they were
dying.
asking.
They're
They were
dying for more
asking.
content. And not only are they dying for more content, they're begging me, stop saying this, stop doing that, stop with the what's up. That's the one I got. Hey, we're not in the what do you say? We're not in the 90s
We're
anymore.
not
You
in the
stop with
'90s.
the what's up. And I'm like, that was a awesome commercial. Like it was dudes. And when they would call each other, instead of saying hi, is Billy there, or hi or hello, it was like just what's up. Like
Yeah,
it's like a handshake, but it's a
exactly.
verbal handshake.
No, my actually my daughter, she says she loves that when we start
See?
the podcast. Just so there's different people that that love it. Some people will hate it.
And
But you know
see,
what? They criticize the '90s, but then you start seeing these people wearing some glasses. I just see like they look like the Macho Man.
Macho, I've seen those, the
You
Macho
see
Man
those?
glasses. Yeah. So hey, shout out to Kevin out there for dissing my what's up. You're that dude that's probably rocking those Macho Man Randy Savage glasses. So Kevin, back off, buddy.
Right? Shout out to Kevin. Yep.
Shout out Kevin, back off. What's up? The younger generation needs to be
Yeah.
introduced to that. If
They
we
need to.
are shooting to be these role models, like you say, Eric, uh, we need to introduce them to the cool stuff. And
Everything's coming
by cool
back.
stuff, I mean the legal cool stuff, like the good, wholesome,
Hey,
heartwarming, cool stuff.
there's some stuff that's legal now that
Well,
wasn't before.
21 and up, brother. 21
All
and
right,
up.
there you go.
There's
Okay, okay. Just
still there's
clarifying.
still these things like guidelines we have to follow.
Right. Yeah, no, I understand.
Don't get carried away, my friend. So what
Making me
did
feel
your
like I'm the one that's
no, please no. So what did your girls get mama?
flowers. I know you just talked about
Messed up.
flowers, but
Get a
that's what it was.
ficus.
Flowers.
Get a ficus.
Ficus.
Should have got a ficus. Should have had him get a
Just,
ficus.
I think there's a bush out here somewhere. I can just
Cut down a hedge from around the corner, dude. You're over there on the south side, like they're building stuff all over the place on the south side. Like you could just pull stuff up from the side of the road as they just
right.
landscaped it, because it's gonna go to crap in 2 months anyway.
Yeah, no, they actually have a homeless encampment that they're building over here. So
Oh, they're all over the place. They're all over the
yeah,
place.
yeah.
That's a pandemic in itself,
Hmm.
and it's sad uh, because
People
uh,
do need it.
I've talked to a few. I've talked to them. We have one
Yeah,
right behind our office at work. We have a whole community, man, and I'm outside quite often in the shop or in the warehouse, and man, they're uh, like it's a way of life for them.
yeah,
They're not doing it to be, um, a problem.
yeah.
It's a way of life, like just living kind of it's like living in the woods, but there's no woods, so they're just kicking it in the back of 7-Eleven, building an encampment. I don't know. There's a solution. I don't have it, but there's a solution out. I see they're trying to do stuff. I see over by the fairgrounds in our area. They have those little mini tiny micro
Hmm.
houses, and
Yeah,
there's like 50 of them in a lot. And so there's things that they're trying to do, which is great. Um, let's speed it up.
yeah. I guess yeah. It's just this cost of living here in California. I mean, it's just for our listeners that are out of California, I mean, the cost of living is just through the roof, and some people, family. I mean, I've seen families in these little small little huts that they kind of created.
Hmm.
So I mean, it's a little sad, but it's reality here in California.
Yeah. And so
But as
you
as
know,
good dads, we try to do as best as we can to contribute to our society.
well, so here's the question I have for you. Like
Yeah,
in that scenario, I mean, as it's our job as dads to be protectors, right? Like,
correct.
um, some may say in my relationship, my wife is the protector, right? She wears the pants in the family, and she's the violent fighter, MMA fighter or something. I don't know.
I'll deny it. She's
She's
never.
not. She's really not.
Nice.
Trust me, I wear the pantalones around here. Okay, remember that. So
Okay. Okay. We're serious there. Okay.
I
I
I
see.
wear the pantalones around here.
I guess she's not in the room, huh?
She is, best believe the evil eye was shot right in my direction. It was the eye. It would be like the eye, like your producer. If you had a producer who was running your podcast, would give you the eye, like time to move on. Next subject.
Mom, next
Yeah.
subject.
Next subject. You don't wear the pants. But we don't have a producer giving us those prompts. So we could say what we want, man. I'm a free bird. I'm a free man, uh, living on the edge. No, but uh, as husbands, you know, we want to be protectors and keep our family safe.
Yes.
Um, and that's tough because when you do come in contact with the homeless encampments or those that are living on the street, you want to protect your family because you don't know what state they're in initially.
Yeah.
And some of them, from a long ways away as they're yelling or they're talking to their invisible friends, that um, there's a stability issue over there,
Yeah.
and you can protect. But I also want my kids to know that like those are human beings too, and we need to have compassion for them, and
Yes.
we need to help where we can and when we can. But it's tough too because you want to protect them, and so you may be sending mixed messages when you're walking down the street and
Yeah.
you're kind of hurting your kids away from some instability up ahead,
Yeah.
but you're also trying to give them the message like, sometimes people make bad decisions or circumstances beyond their control is why they are where they are. And we just need to have compassion for them, you know, and then hurt them away. Right. So
Yeah.
it's one of those things, but it's conversations I've had with my kids. And it's really interesting their perspective on it too.
No, no, definitely. I mean, that's it's kind of a little gray area, kind of, try to balance both worlds and trying to, teach your kids, that there is, people that do need some help, and we need to kind of protect them as well at the same time. So it's just like I go back to that Lion King movie. I mean, that Lion King movie, I mean, tells you a lot of stuff. When Mufasa was telling Simba, no, don't go to that dark area, don't go to the dark area, and he decided to kind of wander in. So I guess our children will get to a certain age where they're able to kind of you know make that
Navigate.
adjustment, navigate, and understand, and make the decision, and understand that at the end of the day they're still humans, and they need our help as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And
Don't
like,
bash my Lion King. Don't bash my.
no, 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 no. Your top 5 list of movies. It dominated mine. I lost the second I put Who Framed Roger Rabbit. So, um, you're all good, brother. But no, no, no. I lost my
I
train of
lost the
thought
thought.
on it. See,
Oh,
see, you distracted me. You do that so often. I hope you know that. Where I just lose my train of thought. It's just there it goes.
just gotta go. Yeah,
Uh,
but yeah, we were talking about, when they get to a certain age, they'll be able to make that decision and kind of,
Right, find those limits, find those boundaries for themselves, and
yeah,
right now we kinda help them navigate those boundaries, but what I think what I was and this is what I was thinking was, you know, 15, 20 years ago, you see someone homeless on the street, especially in our area, the comment was like, "It's their fault they're there.
yeah,
They've chosen to be there, they've put themselves in that position." And I think the more we find out and know about mental illness, the more it debunks that thought process of like they're there because of themselves or their choices they make or
yeah.
because of drugs, like, right, that was the one too,
That's the
like,
one too.
oh, that's an example, kids, of what drugs will do to you. You'll
Yeah,
end up like Billy Joe on the street, no teeth. Is that
yeah,
what you want? Is that what you want? You want to be like that guy? And it's like, you know, well, maybe that guy may have a severe mental illness and, uh,
yeah,
you know, living the way he is right now, while may not be ideal for anyone else, for him is an upgrade from where he could be mentally, right? Or
yeah.
whatever. So It's tough. It is tough, and I don't know how we got on a 20-minute rant on the homeless state in California.
Right.
But that's
Yeah,
iDad's podcast. You come on here,
that's what
dude.
it
You're
is. Yeah.
you're willing to you're going to be catching some dad science, some bro science, some dad philosophy, some dad opinions. You're just going to come on here. You're going to get those,
That's the way it is.
whether you like
That's
it or
what we're
not.
here for.
Yeah,
So
until you turn
what
us off, at least.
no, nothing like that.
And
No.
unsubscribe. But nobody would do that, man. We're racking up the subscribers.
Yes.
We were sitting at a strong 39.
Oh, I thought it was
Strong
38.
39 hard. And dude, we dropped that episode 3 weeks ago. Boom. Magic number 40.
40. There you go.
That's where we're sitting. Strong 40 though. Like, and with room to grow, like tons of
Yes.
potential sitting at 40, like tons of room to grow. Think about how many people are in the world. Over 9 billion, I think. Maybe that's just the United States. We got 40 subscribers. We have tons of room to grow. 40 to 9 billion. Do you realize the gap between those numbers? It's insane. It's insane, bro. And we're going to take off like a rocket ship it. We're going to take off like Dogecoin, Dogcoin, Doggy Coin.
Doggy coin, however you
We're
want to
going to
call it.
take off like a rocket ship like that because this is the iDads podcast and you cannot,
Cannot
will
stop the train.
you won't stop this train. You will
Nope.
not, cannot, won't not get this
Oh.
content anywhere else but the iDads podcast.
I love the passion. Love it.
That's how I live, dude. I'm full throttle, full passion all the time. And if you don't believe me, ask every single parent on my little league team of the team that I coach, and they will tell you. They may think the guy doesn't know diddly squat about baseball. The guy doesn't know diddly squat about anything. He might be a moron, but they will tell you that man is the most passionate and enthusiastic person on that field. Hands down.
Yeah. No, I mean, yeah, it's passion. I mean, I can feel it.
Full throttle, bro.
Full throttle. We're gonna make it. We're gonna make it big. Like I said, honestly, we haven't really shared it too much, but I mean, we're gonna start pumping it. Getting these podcasts out there, and I know our listeners are gonna definitely. I mean, at least my family, my close family, they've been saying, look, they're looking forward to the podcast. So, let's keep. I feel your energy. Let's keep it rolling.
It's like I told my friend that I just reconnected from high school. She's like, she's like, you do a podcast? What? Like, what's going on? And I'm like, it's just fun. I'm having fun. Like, and I could care less if anybody views it. If we stay at 40 for the rest of our lives and we record 100 more episodes, I could care less because 10 years from now, some poor soul who just needs something in their life will stumble across the iDads podcast, and it could quite possibly change their lives or change their perspective or change their outlook or the trajectory of their life. Or it could send them into a terrible tailspin and which they may never recover from because they'll look at us and go, that's what we're going to grow up to be.
Right.
I don't know. But either way, I'm having fun. I really like, Eric, we talk about it. Like,
Yeah.
we're not in this to make money. We're not in
No.
this for anything. We're just in it to just like you and I just chop it up, get some of people we know every once in a while, make fun of each other, encourage one another. I mean, I have not purposely touched on the fact that you dropped a bomb shell by letting everybody know that you got your hunting license. So I haven't even gone down there, Elmer Fudd. I have not.
Elmer Fudd, dude.
Have not
You
got
clowning, you
down there.
clowning.
What I'm doing is I'm warning you. I haven't
Okay.
even touched on that one yet because that's a gem.
Yeah.
You that in my mind, you out there in
No man's land.
Mother Nature, in uh the middle of nowhere, hunting or waiting to hunt and shoot something. I find it brings a smile to my face. Let's just say that.
No,
I
I
don't know
mean,
why. I don't know why, because honestly, it's probably the most manly thing you could possibly do in the world. Okay. Maybe, right? Like killing an animal, right? Or, taking the life of something, and not taking it just because you're a man and you can take
yeah.
it, but, like, sustenance, you let some of these animals run wild and they'll take over our lives. Like
Yes.
hunting is a necessity. Whether this isn't a gun debate at all.
Yeah.
And I don't want to go down that rabbit hole at all. Uh, but the hunting aspect of it, um, it takes a real man, one of which I make fun of because there's no way I could do it, dude. Like, sure, absolutely. You put a gun in my hand, you point me in the direction of whatever animal I have the license to shoot, and I'll take it down. Like, I'll take it down, even if I take it down by shooting it in the legs and then wrestling it to the ground and then having to do the mercy, put it out of its misery. Whatever I got to do, I mean, I'm gonna take it down. As you know me, full throttle, all enthusiasm, all passion. I got that. Now you want I have to dress this thing?
Yes.
Oh, oh no. Yeah, I'm out. Same reason I was out on fishing for a lot of years, because you want me to what?
Yep. You got
You
to
want
cut it
me
open.
to gut this thing?
Yep.
What kind of savages are you? You you hunters and gatherers, you fishers of men, savages. I just can't do it. My hands can't touch that kind of stuff. I can't do it, man. I can't. So that I can't be a hunter, because if I was going to be a hunter, I have to be rich, because I would have to not only go out there, hunt, kill it, but I would have to hire like 2 or 3 people to carry my kill back, to dress my kill, to cut my kill, to cube my kill, to put my kill in their freezer,
In
to
their
cook my
freezer.
kill, like, and then show me how to eat my kill.
Yeah.
So you see, it's like, for me, it's a huge financial strain on my family.
Yes. No, I mean, I've actually was talking to one of my neighbors, and he's like, don't killing a live animal and stuff like that. I said, well, do you eat hamburgers? I mean, look at the slaughterhouses. Honestly, our ancestors, I mean, they would go out hunting and provide food for their family. Now we have slaughterhouses. I mean, by the thousands, you have the animals getting slaughtered daily. If you can go out there and help the responsibly hunt and reduce population accordingly to all the laws in California. I mean, it's not like other states in our nation. I mean, California has one of the stricter laws and
I
and,
think in
and stuff like
Texas you
that.
can
So
hunt people without a license.
yeah, that's the other thing I got to be careful out there. This Mexican running around the wilderness with
Hey, they're gonna be like, "Hey, newbie, hey, this jacket's yours, okay?" And you're
with the
gonna look at it
target
and
on
be
the
like,
back.
"Why does it have a bullseye on the back?" Don't worry, nobody hits bullseyes out here. Yeah, you got to be careful, bro.
Yeah, no,
Watch.
there's
Hey,
just
as they would say, watch your six, son.
got my survival kit. It's on a swivel, just like this.
I like it. Hey, listen, if you want, we can. I know a guy that's better than any gun expert out there,
Look at this.
and we can have him on. Look at you, dude. Oh my goodness. Hey, I got, I got a question.
Look at this.
A or B? Okay, A or B?
Yeah, go ahead.
A. Did you rob Bass Pro?
Did I
Or
rob
B, did you rob a bunch of hillbillies?
that?
Because
No,
that's a
that
lot of camouflage, brother.
a lot of the hillbillies, they're teaching me, man.
They're
They're
teaching you.
taking me like their own, you know. So
That's great. I love it.
got the iDads on lock. iDads podcast on lock.
iDad's hunting.
You know what? I don't know if I'll get something. You know, I don't even know if I'll come back. Maybe I'm just gonna waste my time, but I just want to experience. I want to go out there, take a look. You know, kind of look at the wilderness, take a nice little hike, and see what I find out there.
Okay, before we go, because we've rambled and babbled and gone way too far. And if you don't want to disclose it, if you haven't even told your wife yet, just lie. Right here is your chance. You
Okay.
carte blanche, you can lie. Or if you want to make yourself look just a little bit better than what you may be, I'm giving you that chance. Or you can be honest. It really doesn't matter. But
Okay.
ballpark, Mr. New Hunter, newly minted, licensed, registered, California certified hunter.
Yes.
How much are you in to the hunting game so far?
Ooh. With rifle or no rifle?
I'll leave that up to you, dude. I said this is your chance to tell it how you want it to be told.
The wife will kill me.
Then maybe you lie and say like 10 grand. Matt, I'm in 10 grand. All the gear, everything.
No, no,
10
no.
grand.
It's not. It's
And
not.
then
No,
she'll know it's a lie, but I'll be like, dang, bro, you are serious. You're gonna kill
no.
an elephant.
You know, for the rifle gear, they're talking about a good 800, $900,
Okay. All right. That's not bad.
and
Like
the
that's
license too, because
a little bit of the STEMI check, that's
yeah,
okay. Like you
not
still got
bad.
something to
Yeah,
pay off a credit card or two.
and you know, hunting season doesn't open till July, August, so I got a few more months to kind of, you know, look around and see what I can gather around. And I like to go to the flea market and buy a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff that's used that you can.
Don't lie to me. That backpack was not from the flea
No,
market.
not this one, not this one. No,
Don't lie.
it has to be. I mean, if I'm going to be carrying it around, I mean, I need to have a nice, good backpack. So
Well, what kind of training are you doing for this hunting?
I am walking. I'm going up the
Walking, bro.
yes,
What?
I'm
Like,
going up the hills. Yes, I'm starting to exercise.
bro, you need to
Um,
be crawling through mud, under barbed wire,
no,
over
that's
freaking eight
military.
foot
That's
walls.
military.
Bro, you want to be a hunter, you better go all in, dog.
Dude, have you seen some of these
Don't
hunters?
be cutting corners. Don't just buy the fancy gear, all the fancy stuff, and cut corners on your training. Because when you're out there in the wilderness and that boar's barreling down at you, you're going to need to fall back on your training. And your training can't just be, I've been walking, Matt.
No, trust
No,
me.
that's not training.
You're gonna need a lot of stamina. You're gonna be doing a
No,
lot of walking.
no, you need tactical training, my friend.
But if there is a boar coming at me, then I got the 9 millimeter that can quick release and fire a couple shots. So, do you have any hunters? Any friends? You know that love to hunt? Maybe they can give me some pointers and see what would be a good thing for just to go
I,
out there and enjoy the wilderness.
I know hunters only
Yeah.
because they're family members.
Okay.
Because again, like I said, I'm just not that dude. Like, kill it, and then now I gotta like, nah, dude, I'm good. Like, I'm the dude.
Dude, all you got to do
See,
is
this
just
is
take the
why
testicles, make sure they
this
don't
is
get
why
into
I'm
the
not a
other
hunter.
meat.
This is the exact reason I'm not a hunter. Because if you want to be a hunter,
Mhm.
the responsible hunter and the responsible thing to do is when you go out there, you shoot it, you kill it. Whatever you
Yes.
kill, you eat.
Yes.
Whatever you kill, you eat.
Yes.
Every part of it, right? Whatever.
Yes.
I can't. I'm not that dude. I'm out there. I kill what I came to kill. All right. See you later. I'm gonna hop in my truck and I'm out of there.
I'm
But
going to
you
invite
can't
you.
do that. That's not a so I can't be. I know I'm not a responsible hunter, and I don't know a lot of dudes that are because they look at me and go, what kind of man are you? Um, we can't be friends. But I'm like, but we're family. well, we could be family, but we're definitely not friends. And so I have family members that are hunters. They go like pheasant hunting, um, and other things, I'm sure. Um, but yeah, I mean, yeah, I know hunter friends. I'm telling you, I know a guy that knows guns like
Yeah.
nobody's business. Um, and he hunts. So yeah, we can definitely do a iDads hunting episode.
We
Hey, we'll do
should.
it from a duck blind.
I mean, because I know after declaring that I'm have a license to hunt. I mean, there's going to be some of our viewers. They're like, and it'd be good to give me some feedback. I mean, what are your thoughts on hunting? And then just giving me feedback. That's
Hey,
that's kind of what I'm looking for too as well.
you want to hear
So
my feedback?
yeah, you said that you just don't want
No,
to.
no,
You just want your
congratulate.
burger prepared already on the
No,
table.
no, yeah,
That's what
yeah,
I heard.
absolutely, dude. I know how I got there, and I respect it. I want no part of it. Um, no, congratulations, dude. Congratulations on getting your license. I do want to just point out there's a lot of drivers in California that have a California driver's license. Doesn't mean they're drivers. Doesn't mean they know what they're doing. Doesn't mean they're very good at it. Doesn't mean they should be on the road. So I'm saying, congratulate. No, I'm joking, bro. I'm totally joking. Like you've earned that license. You went through intensive training. I know. I saw the footage. You went through that you cleared that house when you were with the FBI in Eastside San Jose doing your training. You cleared that house better than a couple of those FBI agents. And they looked at me and they were like, dude, you know that guy? I go, yeah. You know what? I do a podcast with him. Hi, Dad's baby.
There you go. See, hey, it's a different story running from the police, bro.
Hey, I tell the stories how I want to tell them, how they happened in my mind. Okay.
That's
Folks,
funny.
Eric, say, man, we done. We
Another
got through.
episode.
You've just tuned into the iDads podcast. We appreciate you joining us. We appreciate you watching. We appreciate you liking and sharing and the comments. Um, I mean, I can't thank you guys enough, honestly. And like I said, even if nobody listened, like I'd still be here, Eric still be here, and we'd
Yes.
still be talking about stupid stuff and inspiring no one or inspiring everyone. We'll leave it up to you, but you've tuned in the iDads podcast. We appreciate you. We love you. We respect you. Come back. Please subscribe on YouTube. We out.